Welcome to Kids Adventure Club. Let the adventure begin.
Long ago, in the coastal village of Zarafshan, where the sun kissed the sea and the winds sang ancient lullabies, lived a poor but kind-hearted fisherman named Karim. Every morning, he cast his net into the deep blue waters, hoping to catch enough fish to feed his sick mother. One fateful day, as Karim pulled his net from the sea, he found no fish, but instead, a strange glass bottle tangled in the ropes. It shimmered with mysterious colors and had a golden cap etched with ancient symbols. Karim, thinking it might be valuable, uncorked the bottle. Suddenly, a great wind howled. Pink and golden smoke spiraled into the air, and from it emerged a tall, radiant woman. She wore a gown made of stars, and her long hair flowed like liquid moonlight. "I am Shahzadi Gulnur," she said, "a princess from the kingdom of Zahin, imprisoned in this bottle 1,000 years ago by the evil sorcerer Zulkarnain." Karim, astonished but kind, welcomed her. In return, Gulnur used her magic to heal his mother and bless the village with fish, clean water, and crops. Word of the miracles spread quickly, and with it, danger. Far in the dark mountains, Zulkarnain the sorcerer felt the magic bottle break. He saw the stars shift and knew Gulnur was free. Furious, he summoned his army of shadows, creatures made of smoke and fire, and vowed to recapture her. Meanwhile, Gulnur revealed her past. She had once ruled Zahin, a kingdom of crystal towers and enchanted forests, until Zulkarnain betrayed her father, turned him to stone, and took the throne. Gulnur tried to stop him, but he tricked her and sealed her in the bottle. Determined to reclaim her kingdom, Gulnur asked Karim for help. He agreed, and so began their journey to Zahin. They were soon joined by others. Noura, a desert thief with a golden heart and unmatched agility. Tico, a talking parrot who once served in Zahin's royal palace. Rafik, a young blacksmith whose parents were lost in Zulkarnain's first attack. Together they faced many dangers: giant sand serpents, illusions in the forest of whispers, and the mirror lake where everyone sees their darkest fear. But through courage and friendship, they survived each trial. When they reached the borders of Zahin, the land was dying. Trees were gray, rivers dry, and people enslaved. But hope sparked when the villagers saw Gulnur. Rafik forged a magical sword from meteorite iron, and Noura rallied the hidden rebels. With Karim and Gulnur leading the charge, the group stormed the Crystal Palace. Zulkarnain awaited them, dark and powerful. The battle was fierce. He turned shadows into dragons and cast storms of fire. But Gulnur, now stronger with her friends beside her, unlocked her true power, light magic born from love, truth, and sacrifice. With a burst of light, she shattered Zulkarnain's staff. The spell that held her father broke, and the old king awoke. Zulkarnain screamed as he vanished into the void, never to return. Peace returned to Zahin. Gulnur became queen, but she didn't forget her friends. Karim was made the royal advisor of the seas. Noura became the guardian of the desert. Rafik taught blacksmithing and built a new village. Tico, of course, became the royal messenger and storyteller. Gulnur and Karim grew close, not because of magic or power, but because of the bond they shared, a fisherman and a princess, both brave, both kind. And every year they visited Zarafshan, where the waves still whispered the tale of the princess who once lived in a bottle, and the boy who set her free. The kingdom of Zahin had bloomed again. Crystal towers gleamed in the sunlight. Laughter echoed through the gardens, and the enchanted forests sang once more. Yet, peace is never as everlasting as it seems. One night, as Queen Gulnur and Karim walked through the royal observatory, the sky turned an unnatural shade of violet. The moon, once full and bright, dimmed into a hollow crescent, thin, pale, and cracked like old glass. "It's happening again," whispered an old voice. It was Elder Yashwan, the kingdom's ancient star reader, who had once served Gulnur's mother. The hollow moon returns every 1,000 years. It signals the awakening of Mirzal, the moon devourer. Gulnor's face paled. Mirzal? That's just a legend. No, said Yashwan gravely. He was real, a beast of shadows and starlight, who once tried to eat the moon and plunge the world into eternal night. Your ancestors bound him in the void beyond. But the weakening of the moon means the seal is breaking. Gulnor gathered her companions again, Karim, Noura, Rafik, and Tico, and they consulted the old scrolls in the palace library. According to the texts, 3 stellar crystals could restore the moon's light and seal Mirzal forever. But they were hidden in 3 dangerous places. The singing caverns of Lyra, guarded by sirens and echo spirits. The floating isles of Naram, drifting in the sky and home to wind elementals. The tomb of the Star King, deep within the forbidden wastes, where time itself bends. The group split into teams. Gulnor and Karim flew with Tico to the floating isles, where air currents could slice through metal. They faced the Wind Warden, a creature made of storm clouds, who only let them pass after Karim solved the ancient riddle of the sky. Noura journeyed alone to the singing caverns, using her skills to outwit sirens who lured travelers with beautiful voices. She found the crystal locked inside a harp made of moonstone, guarded by a lonely echo spirit who only wished to hear her mother's lullaby again. Noura sang it, tears in her eyes, and the spirit let her go. Rafik, with a magical compass gifted by Gulnor, braved the tomb of the Star King. There, he fought his own reflection and walked through frozen time. At the tomb's heart, the ghost of the Star King tested his courage. Rafik passed, not by force, but by honesty, admitting his fear and his longing to see his parents again. With all 3 crystals in hand, the heroes reunited in Zahin, but they were too late. The moon cracked open entirely, and from its center, a black serpent of stars uncoiled. Mirzal, the moon devourer, had returned. The sky turned black. Shadows covered the land. People panicked. Gulnor, holding the crystals, stood atop the crystal tower and called upon the ancient light of her ancestors. Karim stood beside her, chanting the sailor's prayer to the stars. Noura played the moonstone harp. Rafik forged a blade of starlight and struck the beast as it descended. The crystals spun around Gulnor, merging into a beacon of pure light. With one final cry, she unleashed the light and sealed Mirzal inside the moon once again. This time, with a stronger bond born not just from magic, but from courage, compassion, and unity. The moon healed, light returned, people rejoiced. And from that day forward, every full moon in Zahin glowed with 3 colors: blue for courage, gold for kindness, and violet for unity. The kingdom celebrated not just a victory, but a promise that as long as the people of Zahin stood together, no shadow would ever truly win. Peace had returned to Zahin. Kids who love their mom and dad, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.